Hi, I'm Pati and welcome back to A Small Geeky Chica Figures. Today we're continuing with our Nendoroid Collection series with entry number 45, Nendoroid number 871, Maika Sakuranomiya from Blend-S. So, I don't know if I'm right or wrong on this, but as far as I remember, I think she might be the only character from Blend-S, which was like a short run series. It was kind of cute. I did watch it on my own. And while I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite series, I did enjoy it. But most of all, I really like her outfit, her little maid uniform. It's super cute. And so I think like half the reason that I wanted to buy her was for the outfit, which I have just my character Sakura in a lot for photos. So you might see some of those. You might have seen some of those in previous videos, or you might be about to see some at the end of this video. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, anyway, Maika, she's really cute. She's really funny because she wants to be seen like kind of a normal girl, if I remember correctly, but sometimes she has this very like face like that where people get scared of her or think she's really mad at them or something. But then she ends up working at a very interesting little maid cafe where like they use that kind of characteristic on purpose as part of their theming. But you see here she has some really cute faces, that scary face, the kind of panic face, and just a regular cute little smile. Her outfit's really cute, a very cute uniform. Like I said, that's part of the reason I bought her. And then she comes here where she has omuraisu, and then her serious face. And let's see, yeah, and just overall pretty adorable, very pink, very cute. But yeah, let's get Maika out of her box and take a closer look at her. Let's get to it. Okay, by now you should have gotten a little bit more used to the smaller box, which I don't know if I have any more Nendoroids to show you that'll come in the bigger box. So, like they've come before, we have a bunch of parts here, and then inside there's usually a little bags with any extra parts that didn't fit in here. For Maika herself, it looks like most of the things fit here, and so the only thing in the bags were her usual stand. And yeah, let's take a look at her booklet. Very simple, very basic. We have her 3 heads. We have her omuraisu. That looks like, what's that? Is that like a little notepad to be taking orders in? And then we have her standard arms along with 2 other arm parts and 2 extra hand parts besides the ones that are with the arms. And yeah, she seems pretty simple, pretty basic. Like most Nendoroids, she's not an action style. So if you want to bend her arm, she needs to have the other extra arm part. Yeah, let's get her out of this blister. As you can see, when I've used her, I've mainly used her with the normal standard face, because you can see these 2 faces are still wrapped in their plastic. So let's get them out of that. And I have better fingers, so sometimes these things really don't want to come out. Yeah. Let's get her out. No. So as you can see, her little, like what we say, little bandana headband can come off. I don't think it's magnetic. No, it just gotta kind of hold here. And I'm dropping pieces all over today. And you can see her little hair also can come out and move. It just goes right back in there. That one can be kind of loose, I guess, and they do move a little bit. So I'm going to take this off because it's fine when it's like right here. See, you see it holds just fine. But when I'm holding it like that, it is very loose and wants to come off. Similar to Shaoran's hat, if you remember my Cardcaptor Sakura Shaoran that I've had and showed a few videos ago. Yeah, his hat is kind of similar. They don't hold on very easily. And yeah. Her hair, this one seems very loose compared to this one. Oh, never mind. They're both kind of loose. So I don't know if they're really supposed to move that much. Yeah, I think they're mostly supposed to hang in there and they're just kind of loose. So they keep coming out for me. But anyway, there she is. She's super cute. I really, like I've said 100 times already. That's an exaggeration. But anyway, I really do like her outfit a lot. And And since I like to do a bunch of little cafe sets in my photos, this was so perfect. Other than that, she's one of those one-off Nendoroids that I have that sometimes I question why I have, since I'm not super into the series. But at least with this one, I know for sure it's mostly the outfit, so I can have Sakura wear this outfit. But she's really adorable, and I like her hair. I think it's very fun, besides the little two pieces that like to fall off every time I touch them. But it's like very cute and neat. Her little undies, excuse me. And then her little apron, her little gloved hands. So her hands are separate, so if you had another Nendoroid that had long sleeves, you'd be able to put them on. And then I think, if I'm correct, let's take out her arm. There. Yeah, and you can also remove this, so if you wanted to have another Nendoroid, or like the Haikyuu ones where they have their hands are connected to their arms, it's all one part, you could swap out her arms, and then she'd be gloveless for a little while. But yeah, let's put her arm back in here though. And like this one, besides the hat and the hair, the pieces are relatively easy to come out, but are still tight enough that they're not just falling out, compared to some of the other Nendoroids you've seen, where sometimes it's been, since I haven't used them in a long time, the plastic's a little warped, so they're a little tight, or they're super loose. But this one, I think it's nice and firm. So there's that. Let's take a look at her extra little parts, which are all covered by some protective plastic film. So we have a little omuraisu right here, which I'm gonna have to look at a chart to translate that. I believe it's all in katakana though. It's been a while since I've studied Japanese, so don't remember off my hand. And then yeah, she has a little menu booklet right here, and it says menu. She must have a hand that has a nub right there to hold it. Let's take a look at her hand and see if we can find it. We're gonna look at just the small individual hands. Oh yeah, they both have little holes. So I'm guessing this one's probably for the plate, since it's a nice flat hand. So let's see. Yeah, right there. There, she can hold the plate perfectly. And then you probably scoosh this around to get it to the right position that you want it in. And this one, I want to say, should hold the menu if we put it right here. This one's a little more stubborn to get in. Just angle it right, and yeah, then she can hold her little menu. See, it's not too dark. If you can see it well, there you go. A little menu. And just one more time, a little omuraisu. So yeah, so you could probably just swap out any of these hands with it. You also have her bent arms, which, let's see, like, yeah, right there you see her using it to hold the menu. You swap out the arm, and this one, and you swap out this arm as well to be like, come in. Then you can use these arms to make that pose. One of them makes this pose. And yeah, it looks like she's presenting it with her arm straight out and one hand up. And now we can decide what pose to put in. I am thinking maybe either this one with the menu, or maybe this one where she's holding the omuraisu. What do you think? And I think I'm gonna go with this one. So let's see if we can pose her there. Now all of these are using her like really standard face plate, but as you've seen in other videos, they're pretty easy to swatch. So let's swap out one just so we can see it, and then we'll put this face back on. So let's go. That was very easy to take off. Faceplate has been a little more challenging, but I can feel it move, no problem. And then as you can see in there, I have the extra neck piece in case I ever break the neck, which I have done with Nendoroids before, and I do have the tools to fix them. So make sure there are ways to fix them. Don't try to super glue or anything together because you might mess them up. This is interesting. This might be a little tough to go in because it was I don't know if you could tell, but let me see. I feel like these were a little too in, so I wasn't quite going into the right holes, but it did fit in just fine. It was just being a little stubborn. But then, let's see, put her head back in there. Is it going in right? You gotta go in right so it all goes in at once. And there she is with her little panic face, which is super adorable. And I think this face would be very easy to use with any other Nendoroid just because her eyes are completely white and it's like very non-discreet. I could see any character having this face. Sometimes with some of them, you can't swap their faces, but it is a little easy to tell, hey, this belongs to a different Nendoroid just because of facial features. But this one, I think you can use, like I said, with a bunch of other Nendoroids and it wouldn't be too obvious. I think you can still use this one, but I think this one is a little more obvious because she does have her purple eyes and eyebrows. So it's a little more noticeable to change. But anyway, let's swap her face back. Put that right there. Let's see how well this is going to want to come out. Let's see. It was a little tough, but no problem. And then let's aim this right. Again, no problem. Okay, so let's see. What was the arms we need to put? So we need to swap out both her arm parts for the bent ones. Put on the menu hand and then use the hand that she has on the other arm. Okay. Just take these arms out. Put her there for now. You can stay on. I am gonna detach this though, so I can put these away. First, go on your spot. There we go. Okay, I'm not gonna need this arm. Yeah, sorry. I'm not gonna need this arm, but I'm gonna need this hand. Okay, so this one I'm gonna put back in its spot. And this goes with this arm. Like that. Stay there. And this one, I'm going to swap out this hand. Which are like little fists. And I feel like that one's just going to slip in there. Which is okay. And then she has it kind of out like that. Photo. Okay, grab her by her sleeve. And let's see. Oh no. Okay, we'll leave her hair off right now because it's kind of in the way. Yeah, hold on. I think for that one, we're actually supposed to use this arm because it's not gonna turn the right way if we use the other arm. Yeah, because it looks more like this, right? Like I've said before, sometimes I wish they had little instructions of what arm pieces to use to set up the same poses, but you kind of just gotta figure it out yourself. And let's see. Sometimes it's a lot of guessing. Yeah, like I think that might be her standard arm as well, and not. I think this shoulder only really gets used for that specific pose. So I think I need to use her regular shoulder and this side as well. So let's put the shoulder in, and then let's put the arm in. Hopefully all that was on screen. Sometimes I don't realize when I'm a little off. Yeah, that. Why is she loose? Okay. That looks correct, doesn't it? Seems better than how we had it before. And now we add the hair back in, which, let's see if it wants to cooperate. There she goes. And let's, last but not least, let's put on her bandana. And there she is, ready to invite you No, I don't want to move the body. I want to move her head. There we go. Into the cafe for a lovely evening. Or for some nice lunch. See her up a little closer. And let's put these pieces away in here in the rifle spot. This might be really dumb. Can I put the hands in there for the moment? Nah, there's not enough space. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here so I remember which one's which, though I bet those are going to just fall in there. Put that in here for now. Close it up. Take it to the side. And we'll take one last look at Maika Sakuranomiya. And yeah, there she is, looking very, very adorable in her outfit. But that is it for today. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider liking and subscribing, or maybe even leaving a comment. I post videos every Friday at 11 a.m. They're usually Nendoroid Collection videos, and every once in a while I do a blind box unboxing like we did recently. I also run a stationery shop and have a YouTube for that. It's A Small Geeky Chica. Very similar. This one's A Small Geeky Chica figures. The other one's just A Small Geeky Chica. You can check it out at smallgeekychica.com. I sell stickers and washi tape, sticky notes, and all those kinds of stationery goods. So if you're into that, go ahead and check out my YouTube channel and check out my shop. But otherwise, I will be back here next week with more Nendoroid videos. And who knows, I do want to work on some Nendoroid sets and other kind of bonus videos and more Nendoroid crochet. So if you're into those kinds of things as well, come back and check it out and see what I've uploaded recently. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.